Well, hello, ladies and germs, cats and kittens. Welcome once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I read the book Infinite Jest to you, one page at a time, one day at a time. It's a book by David Foster Wallace, published originally in 1996. Knocking this bad boy out, then I got to go to work. So exciting. Got new shoes, and it's helping It's like giving me more support, but the new shoes always give me wicked blisters at first. So I'm dealing with that right now, so that'll be fun. We're on to page 106, triple digits, I know. Still excited by that. So here we go. The Dardanelles charged the ruinous tolls for passage through, which the Greeks, who would like very dearly the easy sea passage for trade with the Oriental East, resented with fury. It was for commerce, this war. The one quotes love, one does not quote of Paris, for Helen merely was the excuse. Steeply, genius of interviewing, sometimes affected more than usual idiocy with Marath, which he knew baited Marath. Everything reduces itself to politics for you guys. Wasn't that whole war just a song? Did that war even take place that anybody knows of? The point is that what launches vessels of war is the state and community and its interests, said Marath without heat, tiredly. You only wish to to pretend for yourself that the love of one woman could do this, launch so many vessels of alliance. Steeply was stroking the perimeters of the mesquite scratch, which made his shrug appear awkward. I don't think I'd be so sure. Those around Rod the God say the man would die twice for her. Say he wouldn't even have to think about it. Not just that, but he'd let the whole of ONAN come down, if it came to that. But it'd die. Marath sniffed. Twice. Without even having to pause and think, Steeply said, stroking at his lips electrolystic rash in a ruminative fashion. I'm guessing that's the what's left after you do electrolysis. It's the reason most of us think he's still here. Why he's still got President Gentle's ear. Divided loyalties are one thing, but if he does it for love, well, then you've got a kind of tragic element that transcends the political, wouldn't you say? Steeply smiled broadly down at Marath. Marath's own betrayal of AFR for medical care for the conditions of his wife, for, Steeply might imagine to think, love of a person, a woman. Tragic saying as if Rodney Tyne of non-specificity were not responsible for choosing it, as the insane are not responsible, said Marath quietly. Steeply was now smiling even more broadly. It has a kind of tragic quality, timeless, musical. That's how could Gentle resist. Marath's tone became derisive despite his legendary sang-froid in matters of technical interviews.
Sang-froid.
Sang-froid. Composure of coolness, sometimes excessive, as shown in danger or under trying circumstances. Oh, so it's sang-froid. Yeah, where was I? I think I lost my place. Where's sang-froid? I've lost the word! No! There it is. Marath's tone now became derisive despite his legendary sang-froid in matters of technical interviews. These sentiments from a person who allows them to take place in the field as an enormous girl with tits at the cockeyed angle, now discoursing on tragic love. Steeply, impassive and slightly ruminative, picking at the lipstick of the corner of his mouth with a littlest finger, removing some grain of grit, gazing out from the shelf of stone. But sure, the frenetically patriotic wheelchair assassins of southern Quebec scorned this type of interpersonal sentiment between people. Looking now down at Marath, no, even though it's just this that has brought you, Tyne, yours for Luria to command, should it ever come to that. Marath had settled back on his bottom in the chair. your USA word. Yeah, I say word. That was page 106 of Infinite Jest. And now to work. Good night.